The ice around my heart is melting, and all that's left is regret. Behind this wall I built, there's a storm of emotions I couldn't show. My harsh words were a shield, but they ended up hurting the one I. Maybe my coldness was just a desperate attempt to protect myself. The truth is, my hardness was a reflection of my own inner battles. I pushed you away because I was afraid of letting you in completely. Now that the silence has settled, all I hear is the echo of my mistakes. Was my fear of vulnerability worth the distance it created between us? The weight of my actions is heavier than any wall I could ever build. I'm realizing now that warmth, not coldness, is the real strength. Beneath the surface, there was always a longing for connection. My tough exterior hid a fragile heart that was terrified of breaking. Perhaps my coldness was a twisted way of testing your resilience. The sharp edges I presented were meant to keep others out, but I'm starting to understand the damage my emotional unavailability caused. Could it be that my hardness was just a mask for insecurity? The silence between us screams louder than any harsh word I spoke. I'm grappling with the realization that I may have lost something precious. My coldness felt like control, but now it feels like a prison. Maybe, just maybe, there's still a chance to thaw the ice I created. The regret is a constant ache, a reminder of my unkindness. I'm unpacking the reasons behind my emotional barriers, and it's painful. Was my need for self-preservation worth sacrificing our connection? The warmth I denied you was the very thing I desperately needed myself. I'm seeing now how my hardness affected not just you, but me too. Could forgiveness bridge the gap that my coldness widened? The memories of my harshness haunt me in the quiet moments. I'm questioning everything I thought I knew about strength and vulnerability. Perhaps my coldness was a learned behavior, a defense mechanism gone wrong. The vulnerability I avoided is now the very thing I crave. My heart feels heavy with the unspoken apologies I long to give. I'm untangling the knots of my past that led to this coldness. Was I so afraid of being hurt that I ended up hurting you instead? The walls are crumbling, revealing the tenderness I tried to suppress. I'm beginning to understand the true cost of emotional detachment. Maybe my hardness was a misguided attempt to appear strong and independent. The echoes of my cold words still reverberate in my mind. I'm wrestling with the guilt of not showing you my true feelings. Could understanding the root of my coldness be the first step to healing? The warmth I see in others now highlights my own deficiency. My silence was misinterpreted as indifference, but it was far from it. I'm confronting the parts of myself that allowed me to be so cold. Was my fear of intimacy the reason behind my emotional distance? The desire to reconnect battles with the fear of rejection. I'm slowly recognizing the value of empathy and understanding. Maybe my coldness was a way of masking my own insecurities. The weight of my unspoken feelings is almost unbearable. I'm searching for a way to mend what my hardness has broken. Could acknowledging my past mistakes be the key to moving forward? The warmth I now feel inside makes the memory of my coldness even more painful. My defensiveness created a barrier that I now desperately want to dismantle. I'm trying to understand why I felt the need to be so emotionally guarded. Was my perception of strength flawed, equating it with emotional detachment? The longing for connection is a powerful force against my past coldness. I'm grappling with the consequences of my actions and inactions. Maybe my hardness was a way of avoiding my own pain by inflicting it on others. The realization of my impact on you is a heavy burden to carry. I'm questioning the narratives I built that justified my cold behavior. Could vulnerability be the bridge that rebuilds what was lost? The hope for understanding flickers amidst the regret and self-reflection. The silence where warmth should have been is the deafening now. I'm peeling back the layers of my hardened exterior, and it's a slow, painful process. Was my need to be in control the reason I kept you at arm's length? The memories of moments where I could have been kinder replay in my mind. I'm starting to see how my coldness prevented genuine connection. Maybe my harshness was a misguided attempt to toughen you up, but the regret of not showing empathy weighs heavily on my conscience. I'm trying to understand the fire that fueled my emotional withdrawal. Was my own hurt the reason I inflicted hurt on you? The thaw within me is revealing the extent of the emotional winter I created. I'm recognizing the strength in vulnerability, something I long denied. Maybe my coldness was a way of avoiding my own messy emotions. The echoes of my dismissive words linger in the space between us. I'm wrestling with the possibility that I damaged something irreplaceable. Could genuine remorse be the first step towards reconciliation? The warmth I now feel for you clashes sharply with my past behavior. I'm confronting the discomfort of my past coldness and its impact. Was my pursuit of independence at the cost of intimacy? The desire to express my true feelings is overwhelming the fear of judgment. I'm slowly learning the language of empathy that I once ignored. Maybe my hardness was a shield against perceived weakness. The weight of unspoken apologies grows heavier with each passing day. I'm delving into the reasons behind my emotional unavailability. Was my fear of commitment the underlying cause of my coldness? The hope for understanding and forgiveness keeps me searching. I'm seeing the beauty in emotional connection that I once shunned. My past coldness feels like a betrayal of my own capacity for love. I'm trying to reconcile the person I was with the person I want to be. Was my need for self-sufficiency a barrier to genuine interdependence? The longing to bridge the distance I created is a constant ache. I'm recognizing the importance of kindness and compassion. Lessons learned too late. Maybe my harshness was a way of deflecting my own insecurities onto you. The memories of my coldness serve as a stark reminder of my flaws. I'm grappling with the responsibility for the pain I caused. Could open communication be the key to rebuilding trust? The warmth of genuine connection is something I now deeply crave. My past emotional rigidity feels like a cage I willingly inhabited. I'm trying to understand the roots of my fear of vulnerability. Was my attempt to appear strong simply a facade for inner turmoil? The desire to show you my true, softer self is now a driving force. I'm realizing that true strength lies in emotional honesty, not coldness. Maybe my dismissiveness was a way of avoiding difficult conversations. The regret of missed opportunities for warmth and connection is profound. I'm confronting the parts of my past that shaped my cold demeanor. Was my need to be right more important than being kind? The hope that understanding can lead to healing is a fragile thing. I'm seeing the value of emotional support, something I once resisted. Maybe my coldness was a manifestation of my own unresolved pain. The echoes of my critical guards still haunt my thoughts. I'm wrestling with the possibility that I pushed away someone who truly cared. Could expressing my vulnerability now make a difference? The warmth I now feel towards you highlights the injustice of my past coldness. I'm confronting the discomfort of acknowledging my emotional shortcomings. Was my fear of depending on someone else the reason for my distance? The longing for genuine intimacy clashes with the memory of my emotional walls. I'm slowly learning to express my emotions in a healthy way. Maybe my hardness was a misguided attempt to prepare you for a tough world. The weight of my past actions makes it hard to look forward. I'm delving deeper into the reasons why I struggled with emotional closeness. Was my need for control a symptom of my own insecurities? The hope that forgiveness is possible keeps me from complete despair. I'm seeing the beauty in shared vulnerability that I once feared. My past coldness feels like a betrayal of my own humanity. I'm trying to bridge the gap between my past behavior and my current feelings. Was my pursuit of logic a way to avoid the messiness of emotions? The desire to rebuild trust feels like an uphill battle. I'm recognizing the importance of empathy in all relationships. Maybe my harshness was a reflection of my own self-criticism. The memories of my cold responses are a constant source of guilt. I'm grappling with the fear that the damage I caused is irreparable. Could showing my genuine remorse be enough to start healing? The warmth of your potential understanding is something I yearn for. I'm confronting the difficult truth about my emotional limitations. Was my fear of being hurt a self-fulfilling prophecy? The longing for connection feels stronger than my past resistance. I'm slowly learning to let go of my emotional defenses. Maybe my coldness was a way of testing your boundaries, but I went too far. The weight of my regrets makes it hard to move on. I'm trying to understand the origins of my emotional detachment. Was my need to be independent a way of masking my fear of dependence? The hope that we can find a way forward keeps me holding on. I'm seeing the strength in allowing myself to be vulnerable. My past coldness feels like a missed opportunity for genuine intimacy. I'm trying to reconcile my actions with my true feelings. Was my focus on the negative a way of protecting myself from disappointment? The desire to earn your forgiveness feels overwhelming. I'm recognizing the profound impact of my words and actions. Maybe my harshness was a sign of my own inner turmoil.